Hello, by the way. I've started too early. I'm not ready. Sorry about that. I just clicked the wrong thing. Don't watch me for a while. I will, however, try to generate some more light. Bear with me. That's insufficient, but that's the best you're getting. Good. Right, I'm just going to finish writing some questions, if that's okay. Well, actually, I'm just going to be writing down the answers to the pointless questions, but bear with me. Hello, Stephanie. I'm not ready, by the way. Sorry. I'll be with you in a bit. Nice to see you, though. Oh, I mean, it's radically different, isn't it? The attitude. Rah, don't get him. The new attitude has just not been ready, which isn't new, really, is it? Right. Your answer sheet should be open anyway for the pictures, better than music, please. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking to start in 11 minutes. Okay, half past. So if there's any issue with that, I apologise. I don't. Not sorry. Not sorry in the slightest. New attitude. Hello, Tim. Hello, everyone. I'm finished. I'm done. We're going to start in 7 minutes. Lovely stuff. Hello, Swan Bitches. How are you? Excuse me. How ready am I? Yeah, I'm really ready. Unless anyone complains or sends me a message, so we're going to start in 2 minutes, saying, can we have a couple more minutes? So what an idiot. What is wrong with me? Don't answer. Then I'm going to start, surprisingly enough, in 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, in 6 minutes. Right, ignore that. Absolute garbage. If nobody messaged me before 8:30, I'm starting at 8:30. And even then, they'll only be allowed a couple of minutes. So, good. At least that's clear. I hope we're all well, by the way. Is everyone well? Thank you for those who for asking. It's sort of silver, is the hair. That's the colour it is. It's a bright silver. I know. If for example, you would like to point out some shortcomings with this hair, just don't do it. Needless, isn't it? And you probably got wax in your hoodie, so sort yourself out. Come on. Long memory. If anyone's unhappy with the results of tonight's quiz, feel free, by the way, to storm the Capitol, which is Ken's flat above the pub. So you'll meet minimal resistance, especially if he's been out with the dogs. And first prize tonight is a luxury hamper, ladies and gentlemen, selected by the government. So look forward to receiving that, won't you? That's sure to keep you going. One of the most upsetting things about that is the people seeing how much food there is in that pathetic parcel, and then people saying that would only last me a couple of days. That would last me one meal. Maybe the loaf would be pushing it. But... Right, unless complaint is received, we're going to start in 2 minutes, okay? I'm fairly sure everyone has submitted an answer or two. Yeah. I don't know who T and DG are. Oh, is it Tim? Yes, the luxury Christmas hamper. I had to have all that myself. That costs more. That luxury Christmas hamper costs more than the government's weekly food provision. That's all. I mean, that's yeah. If only there'd previously been some clue that there were cheapskates in Charlatan, then we wouldn't be in this mess, would we? I've been told off by the missus, who's real, for not using a glass when drinking. So here's a glass. It was donated by Jonathan Jean. Actually, thank you, Jonathan Jean. Not that I didn't previously have any glass. Anyway, shut up, Tom. Okay, it is 8:30. I've received no pleas. So here we go. Question number 16 is the first one, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? First one, question 16, which is on television, ladies and gentlemen. Characters with the distinctly biblical first names of Charity, Chastity, Zachariah, Shadrach, and Cain are all members of which TV family? Charity, Chastity, Zachariah, Shadrach, and Cain, all members of which TV family? Just a surname is what we need. Oh, I need a question indicator, don't I? What shall I raise? What shall I raise to the skies? That's a good question. Well, this fork, ladies and gentlemen, which I've just eaten my dinner, fish pie, moderate. Every time there's a question to be asked, this fork will be presented. Yeah? In which case of fork on. Yeah. Question, I've forgotten already. Question 17, ladies and gentlemen. Question 17, and an early attempt to be told to fuck off by Claire, is on sport and football, ladies and gentlemen. She's already thinking it. Tottenham Hotspur's women's team, ladies and gentlemen. Tottenham Hotspur women, obviously, not allowed to play their home matches really at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium because they don't even muck about. And instead, they play them at the Hive, ladies and gentlemen, the Hive, which is the appropriately named stadium of which fellow North London team, the Hive, is home to a North London team. They have been in the lead. I don't think at the moment they're not. They're Panorama, whatever it's called now. But the old conference, basically. The Hive, home of a team that have been in the Football League, but aren't currently from North London. Which ground is that? Also home to Tottenham Hotspur women. Question 18, ladies and gentlemen, is on geography. Trowbridge, ladies and gentlemen, Trowbridge, a market town situated on the River Biss, named after the band, and once known as the Manchester of the West, as if that was a good thing. The River Biss and the Manchester of the West, ladies and gentlemen. Trowbridge is the historic county town of which county? Who is Sam Valley? I don't know who you are. Sorry, say hello. Please do. I don't know who you are. I can't work it out. The best I've got at the moment is some sort of Team Slav, which seems very unlikely. Unless it's just a vast male and it's just an abusive name. Come on. Question 19, ladies and gentlemen, is on the shirts of Wikipedia. We've run out of shoes, basically. So I'm going to give you now is the Wikipedia description of a type of shirt. And all you need to do is tell me what kind of shirt this is. So, and every time the name comes up, I'm going to replace it with the word blank. A blank shirt is a collarless pullover shirt, characterized by a round neckline and a placket about 3 to 5 inches, 8 to 13 centimeters long, usually having 2 to 5 buttons. The sleeves may be either short or long. It can be made in almost any fabric, although cotton, polyester blends, and thermals are by far the most popular. Blank shirts are generally regarded as menswear, but women's versions have appeared as business casual and casual wear as well. Blank shirts were named because they were a traditional uniform of rowers in the English town of Blank. The first blank was in 1839. In his biography of Ralph Lauren, the journalist Michael Gross quotes a New York merchant who recalled showing a vintage shirt to a Ralph Lauren buyer. I showed this fellow underwear, a 3-button long-sleeve shirt by Johnstown Knitting Mills. He said, "This is a new shirt." That's where he got the idea for the blank shirt. So what word fills the word blank? No, a blank shirt, a collarless pullover shirt characterized by a round neckline and a placket about 3 to 5 inches, 8 to 13 centimeters long, and usually having 2 to 5 buttons. The sleeves may be either short or long and can be made in almost any fabric, although cotton, polyester blends, and thermals are by far the most popular. Blank shirts are generally regarded as menswear, but women's versions have appeared as business casual and casual wear as well. Blank shirts were named because they were a traditional uniform of rowers in English town of Blank. The first blank was in 1839. In his biography of Ralph Lauren, the journalist Michael Gross, not the swimmer, the albatross, to remember, the journalist Michael Gross quotes a New York merchant who recalled showing a vintage shirt to a Ralph Lauren buyer. I showed this fellow underwear, a 3-button long-sleeve shirt by Johnstown Knitting Mills. He said, "This is a new shirt." That's where we got the idea for the blank shirt. Question 20, ladies and gentlemen, is on films. Which film of 1989 stars John Travolta and the increasingly reliable Kirstie Alley as the parents of Bruce Willis? Roseanne Barr is added to the sequel, and the second sequel, hereinafter threequel, features Danny DeVito and Diane Keaton as dogs. What film series is that? Also the name of the first film. Film 1989 starring John Travolta and the increasingly likeable Kirstie Alley as the parents of Bruce Willis, Roseanne Barr, added as Bruce Willis's sister in the sequel. The second sequel, get rid of all the famous people, well, not all of them, but most of them, but then features features Danny DeVito and Diane Keaton as dogs. What film series is that? Someone sort of has put half their answer in 21. I mean, I presume you'll sort that out because you'll see it, but yeah, cool. Question 21, ladies and gentlemen. It might be a new year, but one thing that will always be with us, ladies and gentlemen, is the humble sausage. The sausage meat is an example of what sort of food described thus? Bland, derived from the French facile, to stuff, is a uniform mixture of lean meat with fat made by grinding, sieving, or pureeing the ingredients. Plants are used in the production of numerous items found in charcuterie, including quenelles, sausages, pâtés, terrines, roulades, and galantines. Blanc are usually produced from raw meat, except in the case of a gratin. Meats commonly used include pork, fish, seafood, game meat, venison, boar or rabbit, poultry, game birds, veal, and pork livers. Pork fatback, also my, what would that be? That's my Carter USM name. Pork fatback is preferred as a fat, as it has a somewhat neutral flavour. What sort of foodstuff is that, ladies and gentlemen? Which sausage meat is a kind? Sorry, just repositioning. The name derived from the French facile is a uniform mixture of lean meat made by grinding, sieving, or pureeing and used in the production of various charcuterie items, quenelles, sausages, pâtés, terrines, roulades, galantines, usually produced from raw meat, except in the case of a gratin, that meat often pork, fish, seafood, game, poultry, game birds, veal, and pork livers, with pork fatback the preferred fat. If it helps, I'm looking for a 9-letter answer, sorry. I mean Barrett. Barrett, ladies and gentlemen. Question 22, ladies and gentlemen, is on links. I'm going to give you now is a list of how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 things, ladies and gentlemen. All you need to do is tell me what links. These 11 seemingly unconnected things, what is their conjoining unifying factor? So what links? A northern British sitcom of the 1980s and 90s. Haricot or Navy. Fleagle, Droopy, Bingo, and Snorky. A musical tribute act advertised on Facebook as providing all the hits straight out of hell. A head honcho. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off. Lucy Davis. Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow. A humorless priest. And Frubic hair. I'll give you those again. What links? A northern BBC sitcom of the 80s and 90s. For example, Haricot or Navy. Fleedle, Droopy, Bingo, and Snorky. A musical tribute act advertised on Facebook as providing all the hits straight out of hell. A head honcho. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off. Lucy Davis. Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow. A humorless priest. And Frubic Hair. If you prefer, Ali Fruby. Yeah. Do make sure you write it in the one team may have written their answer to 21. Good. You're all on the ball today, aren't you? I tell you. Question 23 is on adverts, ladies and gentlemen. Which company used between 1999 and 2004 and a little bit elsewhere the advertising slogan, Think Different? Think Different. Ladies and gentlemen, an advertising slogan used between 1999 and 2004 by which company? Yeah, someone still got the answer for 21. Where's it gone? Lovely. Question 24, ladies and gentlemen, on TV people and relationships. The actor Jared Harris, was he in Mad Men? Was he in Mad Men? Yeah, he was. Billy Piper and Richard Ayoade are or have all been in relationships with members of which family? Richard Ayoade is married to one of them, and the other two are no longer in those relationships, I think. Some of this family are preferable to others. Jared Harris, Billy Piper, and Richard Ayoade have all been in a relationship with members of which family? All siblings, in fact. Some of whom are preferable to others. Question 25 is on flags, ladies and gentlemen. Flags and colours. There are two sets of Pan-African colours. One set, red, green and yellow. But the other set of Pan-African colours is which set of three colours? Which group of three colours? Sometimes with other ones as well. But they are all seen together on the flags of Kenya, Malawi, South Africa, South Sudan, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. Group of colours, three individual colours, which Marcus Garvey's Pan-African colours. Ladies and gentlemen, which group of three colours is that? See the name of three colours seen together, the flags of Kenya, Malawi, South Africa, South Sudan, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. They're not necessarily different colours, all three of them, to the original set mentioned. Question 26 is on sport, ladies and gentlemen. You've probably seen the images, terrifying, but which Formula One driver cheated death? That's what you do, isn't it? Cheat death in these instances this year, or last year, sorry, after a dramatic incident at the Bahrain Grand Prix, which his car slammed into a barrier and exploded on impact, killing everyone inside except its sole occupant, which I'm telling no one does. Which Formula One driver is, though, absolutely hammered into a barrier in the Bahrain Grand Prix? His car exploded, but he miraculously emerged broadly intact. Which driver was that? Question 27 is on films. In which film, the 1990s, does the actor Tom Hanks play the role of legal professional Andrew Beckett? The film from the 1990s in which Tom Hanks plays the role of legal professional Andrew Beckett. What film is that? Question 28 is on literature, ladies and gentlemen. Not perhaps a name normally associated with extreme eroticism by the general public, just generally for her ex-husband for being too old. Who is the author of the new Mills and Boon novel, Her Heart for a Compass? Her Heart for a Compass, ladies and gentlemen, is a new Mills and Boon novel. Written by which woman? Not normally directly associated with this level of extreme eroticism. Question 29 is on terms, ladies and gentlemen, terminology. And what portmanteau term is used for male fans of the My Little Pony franchise? What name is that, ladies and gentlemen, used for male people, good, who happen to be fans of the My Little Pony franchise? What is that name? Bear with me. Not professional, this, is it? That's bad. And question 30, the last one in this round, really, is on music, ladies and gentlemen. 6 artists have replaced themselves at number 1 in the UK singles charts. Okay, they are Ariana Grande, the Beatles, Ed Sheeran, John Lennon, Justin Bieber twice, and which artist who achieved this feat in 2005? So 6 artists who've replaced themselves at number 1 in the UK singles charts: Ariana Grande in 2019, the Beatles repeatedly, Ed Sheeran, John Lennon after his death, Justin Bieber twice, sadly before his death, and which artist who achieved the feat in 2005? Okay. Questions 31 to 40, ladies and gentlemen. I'll give you 5 minutes or so to complete what I'm looking for. I've done, once again, the YouGov popularity poll archives. And what I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen, are the UK's top 10 favourite leisure pursuits. So, sort of physical activity, I would say, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you now, 2 of them are sports. There are 2 sports, as they're intended. Okay, so 2 individual sports and then 8 activities. If anyone gets one of them, I don't know what I'll do. I will buy you a metal cow if you get one of them, right? And if you do, in fact, I know you've cheated because there's no other way that you could get that right. Let's go. Got 5 minutes to fill those in. 1 each in 31 to 40. Lovely stuff. A couple of you have answered something that I've never heard of. I just need to check whether it's actually a thing. Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't a thing. Yes, I will, Stephanie. The top 10, UK's top 10 favourite physical activities. Okay. 2 of which are individual sports, one of which isn't massively physical, I have to say, but it is a physical activity. And one of which is so difficult that I will reward you handsomely should you get it right. I would say they do. Some of you have. It is definitely a physical pursuit. There are definitely things you do physically. They're just not very. Some of them. Well, one of them in particular is particularly unstrenuous. Someone's been a bit naughty. In fact, one of them is just a hobby. It's not a physical activity at all. Basically, I should just asked a different question, but I haven't. No, so, yeah. Specifically physical activities, not mental activities. Some of you answering was entirely with mental activities. Another one is done as a sport as well, but I'm not sure it counts as a sport in this context. I'm just an idiot. I knew you'd say that. Oh, Jesus. Right, I'm going to have a quick fag. And by the time that's finished, it's time to move on. Just let it go. Let's move on. Before I have a fag, I'm going to find my fags. Don't worry, La. Good. What we'll say is that 7 of them have been got. And there's a couple, certainly a couple that are surprisingly haven't been got, I would have thought so. That's it's close. I should also point out that the music round this week contains one of the worst songs ever recorded. Oh, and I did include the PayPal link for donations. There may be those of you who think that 6 or 7 hours work and then another 2 presenting it require no reward whatsoever. I couldn't disagree with you more. But should you wish to do passive aggression time, should you wish to donate, I mean, that'd be fine. Don't worry about it if you don't want to. It's fine. You got this much cigarettes time, by the way. I mean, add it to the list. All but 2 of them have now been got, and one of them's impossible. So, yeah. Okay. Away we go. Question number 41. Ladies and gentlemen, question number 41 is on currencies, ladies and gentlemen, in a way, or electronic ledgers, let's say. What name is given, ladies and gentlemen, to the growing list of records linked using cryptography in which sections are linked to the previous section, effectively? So any change to one section would result in a change to all of them, which is impossible and cannot be done. What is the name of that list? One of which, or one such, serves as the public transaction ledger of the currency Bitcoin. So what name is it? Long for a 10-letter word, ladies and gentlemen, to a growing list of records cryptographically linked and sections linked to previous sections to create a. One such serves as the public transaction ledger of the currency Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. What is the name of that, ladies and gentlemen? That sort of thing. A 10-letter word. I don't recognise something on the back there. Very true, Nick. Very true indeed. Might just give Nick an extra point. He's made me laugh. Question 42, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV and geography. What name is shared by a neighborhood of New York on the west side of Manhattan, also known as Clinton, or correctly known as Clinton, and a TV series which ran between 2004 and 2009 in the UK, which has a US version, which is still going strong into its 19th series? With an irritating host. What name? Same one on both. What name is shared by a neighborhood of New York, correctly known as Clinton, its colloquial name, on the west side of Manhattan? That shares the name with a TV series which ran in the UK between 2004 and 2009 and has a US version with the same host, still going into its 19th series, or 19th series starting very soon. What a name is that, ladies and gentlemen? Question 43, ladies and gentlemen. Which food company has launched the Green Cuisine range of meat-free products, meat-free substitutes, ladies and gentlemen, if you prefer, for meat and fish? The Green Cuisine, that's an inverted commas, Green Cuisine. Which company has launched that range of meat-free products? Question 44, ladies and gentlemen, is on video games. Wild World, City Folk, New Leaf, and New Horizons are the subtitles of games in which game series? The games themselves are simultaneously boring and not boring, and feature, amongst other characters, an allegory for the rapacious hand of capitalism in the form of raccoon dog Tom Nook. Which series of games is that, ladies and gentlemen? Wild World, City Folk, New Leaf, and New Horizons. All subtitles of games in which series, which are sort of pleasingly quiet, in a way, I guess, and feature amongst a whole range of characters a unsubtle metonym for the rapacious, the grasping hand of capitalism, in the form of raccoon dog Tom Nook. What series of games is that? Question 45 is on geography, ladies and gentlemen. Technically, the westernmost point of the United States. Technically, not mainland, obviously, or indeed in the 50 states. The westernmost point of the United States territory lies in which territory? In the Micronesian subregion of the Western Pacific Ocean. The region was originally colonized by Spain in 1668, captured by Americans in 1898 during the Spanish-American War, captured by Japan in 1941, and recaptured by America in 1944. It has a strong military significance, hence how coveted a territory it is. The westernmost point of the entire USA lies in which territory? The Micronesian subregion of the Western Pacific Ocean. It was colonized by Spain in the 1700s, captured by Americans in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. It was captured by Japan in 1941 and then recaptured 3 years later by America. So coveted because of its military significance and strategic value. What is that? What territory is that? Question 46 is on sport, ladies and gentlemen. If it was in 2018, Zabivka, Footix in 1998, Tip and Tap in 1974, and PK in 1986, who was it in 1966? So Zabivka in 2018, Footix in 1998, Tip and Tap in 1974, and PK in 1986. Who was it in 1966? Should I give you one more clue? Yes, give you one more clue. It was Chow in 1990. Who was it in 1966? Sorry, Harry, I've just seen your message. I apologise. I have replied. The WhatsApp message. Question 47, ladies and gentlemen, is on historical events and disambiguation, ladies and gentlemen. Inserting which three-word historical event into Wikipedia creates a disambiguation page with instances of something of this name, this three-word name, happening in the following years: 1229, 1259, 1303, 1320, 1323, 1355, 1515, 1623, 1626, 1657, 1718, 1761, 1763, 1783, 1784, 1796, 1802, 1806. It's like Beverly Craven, isn't it? 1810, 1810, 1812, 1814, 1815, 1817, 1856, 1857, 1888, 1898, 1900, 1920, and 1951, amongst others. What three-word historical event had instances in all those years? Just for clarity's sake, for 46, you do need to give the name of who it was in 1966, not what sort of thing they are. Okay. Question 48, ladies and gentlemen, is on words. A candidate or a nominee for Word of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, which there's now too many for this to be a definitive question, but one of the options for Word of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, was defined as follows. A 13-letter word it was, and it's defined as continuing to read an online news feed, despite the fact that its contents are unfailingly and continually depressing. What 13-letter word is that? For continuing to read an online news feed, despite the fact that its contents are unfailingly or continually depressing. Question 49 is on TV and music, ladies and gentlemen. When Jarvis Cocker, ladies and gentlemen, Jarvis Cocker stormed the stage at the Brit Awards, Michael Jackson performing, and did not moon, but did wave his arse and hands in the general direction of Michael Jackson. He was arrested, questioned by police, where he was represented legally by which comedian and former lawyer? Jarvis Cocker wandered onto the stage during the performance of Earth Song by Michael Jackson at the Brit Awards and did not moon, but did sort of put his hands on his arse and wave them around in the general direction of the performer. He was arrested and subsequently represented, when being questioned by the police, by which comedian and lawyer? Question 50, ladies and gentlemen, is on films. And after the death of Olivia de Havilland, the oldest surviving winner of the Oscar for Best Actress, who was not, I should point out, seen at any point sneaking away from the bed of Olivia de Havilland holding a mysterious vial of bubbling liquid. But the oldest surviving Best Actress Oscar winner is which woman? Ladies and gentlemen, the spouse of another well-known actor, and who won her Oscar for her role in The Three Faces of Eve. Who is that woman, ladies and gentlemen? The oldest surviving winner for the Best Actress Oscar. Won her Oscar for her role in The Three Faces of Eve, was twice nominated for other films, and was the spouse of another well-known actor. Who is that woman? I use the word actress purely for clarity. I apologize. Question 51, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV and sport. What is the name, the shared surname, ladies and gentlemen, of the husband and wife, Tanya, model and star of The Real Housewives of Cheshire, and Phil, Scotland international and star of really average fullbacks of the Premier League. What is their surname, ladies and gentlemen? Husband and wife. Tanya, she's the wife, a model, former model, and star of the Real Housewives of Cheshire, which is fucking awful. It's so bad. It really. And Phil, former Scotland international, 2010 to 2014, and star of really average fullbacks of the Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. He still plays in the Premier League. Fucking dogger. Has anything else amusing happened in relation to sport and reality TV this week? I'm trying to think. Oh yes, Mark Wright. Question 52, ladies and gentlemen. Round cruciform Rogallo wings. I had some Rogallo wings the other day, overseasoned, but did taste just like bat. Delicious. Ram Air and Apex Pull Down. So round cruciform Rogallo wings, Ram Air and Apex Pull Down, ladies and gentlemen. The five types of what? I can't do the shapes. Well, no problem, Harry. It's easier if you send me messages like that. Round, cruciform, Rogallo wings, Rogallo wings, Ram Air, and Apex Pull Down are all types or shapes of what? Question 53, ladies and gentlemen, is on names. Very straightforward. Well, not very straightforward, but it's quite straightforward. I think I've asked it before anyway. What other name, ladies and gentlemen? What name? Not nickname or sort of known, but name by which they're known is shared by people with the real names Orville Burrell and Norville Rogers. Orville Burrell and Norville Rogers are both better known by the same name. What is that name? Question 54, ladies and gentlemen, is on ancient history, coming at you. All 7 queens Cleopatra of Egypt, ladies and gentlemen, were part of the same dynasty that occurred between the 3rd and 1st centuries BC. This dynasty was. All 15 male rulers of the same dynasty had the same name. No, I don't know if they want 15. But they give their name, that name is the name of the dynasty in adjectival form. What is that name of the male rulers? So all 7 queens Cleopatra of Egypt belonged to the same dynasty between the 3rd and 1st centuries BC, and all 15 male rulers of that dynasty had the same name, which gives its name to the name of the dynasty. What is that name? 53 again, Stephanie, as well. Yeah, the people with similar names, ladies and gentlemen. What nickname is shared by people whose real names were Orville Burrell and Norville Rogers? Orville Burrell and Norville Rogers are both better known by the same name. What is that name? Either is fine, Sophie. I wouldn't mark it wrong if it came in either form. I mean, it seems a bit mean if you give me the adjectival form to presume that you didn't know the main form, doesn't it? However, I am an arsehole. Question 55 is on food and cricket, ladies and gentlemen. What links, ladies and gentlemen, the England cricket team between 2009 and 2012, England men's Test cricket team between 2009 and 2012, with, for example, Pomme Lyonnaise? The England cricket team between debut 2009, last appearance 2012, and Pomme Lyonnaise. What links those things? That's a very stupid question. No, it's fine. No worries. Oh, I tell you what, it's close. Very nice and close. And the last one, question 56. Which word, I'm going to use this to make a point, like a tungsten tip screw. Which word of 5 letters or more has appeared in the title of hit singles by all the following artists? Some recency bias here. David Bowie, Ian Brown, Mika, Lulu, Razorlight, and Klaxons. One word, 5 letters or more, has appeared in the title of hit singles by David Bowie, Ian Brown, Mika, Lulu, Razorlight, and Klaxons. One word, 5 letters or more. What is it? Music round. Away you go, ladies and gentlemen. There are 12 to recognise. I'm going to give you 20 minutes, which will take us up to... yeah, I'll do it till 5 to 10. You'll have plenty of time to sort other stuff out as well, so don't worry. Well, that's ceased operating. It's phenomenally close, by the way. 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes. The songs, by the way, in each case, are 2 batches of 6, which are 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010 onwards. Okay? So, just in case that affects any of your choices regarding artists and so on, just a bit of information. Someone's put their answer to 68 in number 70. So please correct that. 5 minutes. Yeah, someone's writing their answers in the wrong spaces here. So their answer to, blimey, 69 has gone in 73. So I'm just going to mark it wrong. And again with 77 and 73. I'm going to give you a couple of extra minutes because I'm kind. Someone has just got everything so muddled up. With their answers. I will attempt to no, well, you attempt. In fact, you do it. You will get time to do your other answers as well later, during the pointless questions and so on. I'm going to do the pointless questions and then I'm going to do the tiebreaker afterwards, okay? Not yet. You got a minute. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Right. It's time for your pointless questions, ladies and gentlemen. No, fuck it. I'm going to do the tiebreaker at the same time. That's a ridiculous idea. Pointless questions. Okay. So I gave 100 of my friends 100 seconds. I did this over just after Christmas, by the way, these questions, okay? So they are up to date. I either need the name of, so you need pointless answers, obscure ones they didn't say. I stopped them as soon as they were ready and I made it a competition. So they wanted to win. So they didn't just go for obscure ones first, okay? So looking for pointless answers for any of the top 100 English Premier League goal scorers, any Sky channel that has a +1 version, or any landlocked country. So any English player with 100, in the top 100 Premier League goals. Anyone in the top 100 English Premier League goal scorers. So they're not having the top 100 overall. They just have to be in the top 100 English ones. Any Sky channel that has a +1 version, or any landlocked country. Your tiebreak question is how much in grams did the world's heaviest ever sandwich weigh? Okay? How much in grams did the world's heaviest ever sandwich weigh? Okay, I'm going to go and give you until 5 past to come up with those, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you 5 minutes from now. So 22:07. Okay. As ever, when you finish, ladies and gentlemen, tick the 3 boxes, click save, and then send or finish. Finish, isn't it? 2 minutes. One minute, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute. Okay. 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. quiz is over, ladies and gentlemen. The quiz has finished. No more answers to come in. Here, ladies and gentlemen, are your final answers. Are you ready? That doesn't matter whether you're ready. It doesn't matter what your name is. So, the pitch round. Question 1. The first one was Gerwyn Price, ladies and gentlemen. Gerwyn Price, the world darts champion, former rugby player. Question 2 is Reggie Yates. Number 3 is Kristen Ritter. Number 4 is Terry Major Ball, John Major's half brother. The fifth one is Lucille Ball, no relation. Then the chef is Albert Brou. Number 7 is Lily Cole. The next one's that's the career of Andy Gray, not that one. And not that one either. It is Bulk, ladies and gentlemen. Bulk from Super Ted. That is Hampton Court Palace. Ladies and gentlemen, Hampton Court Palace. Dave Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Hill from Slade. James Graham, the rugby league player, ladies and gentlemen. That Hedge, ladies and gentlemen, is of course meant to resemble Elvis Presley. Good. The first impact is the game is afoot. And third time lucky, ladies and gentlemen. On to the normal question. 16, charity, chastity, whatever. They're all dingles, ladies and gentlemen. That's the dingles. 17, Barnet, the bees, of course, play at the Hive. Question 18, Wiltshire, ladies and gentlemen. Trowbridge is the town of Wiltshire historically. 19, that is a Henley shirt. The Henley shirt. 20, Look Who's Talking, is that film series. 21, which no one done, a bit surprised, Force Meat, ladies and gentlemen. Force Meat is what those things are. 22, the BBC sitcom was Bread. Haricot Navy, ladies and gentlemen, are the beans in baked beans. Fleagle, Droopy, Bingo, and Snorky are the banana splits. The tribute act advertising all the hits straight out of hell was Malt Loaf, ladies and gentlemen. Malt Loaf. A head honcho is, of course, the big cheese. Let's call the whole thing off twice, there, ladies and gentlemen, as it disputes the spelling both of tomato, or the pronunciation, sorry, of tomato and potato. Lucy Davis, of course, the daughter of Jasper Carrot. Chris Martin and Gwyneth Paltrow had their daughter Apple, of course. The Frubic Hare, ladies and gentlemen, obviously known as Frubes. And the humorless piece, ladies and gentlemen, is a dry pasta. Lovely stuff. They are, of course, all the contents of the government's pack up, their meal packets, whatever. 23, Apple was a company there, encouraging you to think different. Jared Harris is Amelia Fox, Billy Piper, the wretched Lawrence Fox, and Richard Ayoade. Oh, I can't remember her name. Let's just make one up. It is an owl, doesn't it? Anyway, somebody, Lydia Fox, maybe, I don't know. The Fox family, ladies and gentlemen. 25, red, green, and black are those three colours, red, green, and black. 26, the driver is Roman Grosjean. 27, Tom Hanks plays Andrew Beckett in Philadelphia. 28, Sarah Ferguson is the writer of the Mills and Boon novel. 29, Bronies. Male fans of My Little Pony, Bronies. 30, Elvis, ladies and gentlemen. Another Elvis Presley with his re-releases in 2005. 31 to 40, your activities were walking, running, travel, cooking, good, dog walking, swimming, bowling, gardening, DIY, pool, and the nation's officially, according to YouGov, third favourite leisure activity, removing litter. Good. 41, ladies and gentlemen, blockchain was the word you're looking for there, blockchain. 42, the Air of New York and TV series was Hell's Kitchen. 43, that product range being launched by Birdseye. 44, the video game series is Animal Crossing. 45, the US territory is Guam. 46, they are, of course, World Cup mascots. So 1966 was World Cup Willie. The historical event, the three-word thing that happened in all those years, the Treaty of Paris, ladies and gentlemen. Treaty of Paris. 48, that word is doom scrolling. 49, Jarvis Cocker was represented by Bob Mortimer. 50, the actress is Joanne Woodward. Former spouse of Paul Newman, of course. 51, Tanya and Phil Bardsley. 52, they are the forms of parachute, ladies and gentlemen. Parachute. 53, Orville Burrell the singer and Norville Roger the Stoner cartoon character are both known as Shaggy. 54, the rulers and the dynasty. So the rulers are all called Ptolemy, the dynasty, the Ptolemaic dynasty. 53, the England cricket team at various stages between 2009 and Pom Lyonnaise both contain onions, ladies and gentlemen. Graham onions, of course. And Lyonnaise means cooked with onion. 56, the words Golden Years by Barry Golden Gaze, by Ian Brown. We Are Golden by Mika. The Man with the Golden Gun by Lulu. Golden Touch by Razorlight. Golden Scans by Clapsons. Your music questions, ladies and gentlemen. Music questions. First one was Tom Jones with the Green Grass of Home. Then we had, what do we have next? David Bowie again with Boys Keep Swinging. Then Spandau Ballet with Communication. Then we had the Wannadies with Hit. Ladies and gentlemen, next on quiz veteranship help here. The sweet, sweet singing voice of John Barrowman, ladies and gentlemen, with All Out of Love. There was Elbow with their version of Golden Slumbers. And I will sing a lullaby. Then it was Booker T and the MGs with Time is Tight. Sherbet, ladies and gentlemen, with How's That? The Marvelous Talking Heads with And She Was. Ladies and gentlemen, can't believe no one got this at all, ladies and gentlemen. A fine duet between Gary Lineker and Roy of the Rovers, ladies and gentlemen, with Europe United. 47 was Gem with They. The next one, was Ariana Grande with Seven Rings. Your pointless answers, ladies and gentlemen. The countries could have had any one of Armenia, Bhutan, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Laos, Malawi, Nepal, Rwanda, and South Sudan. The TV channels with a +1 could have had Sky Witness, W, Quest Red, HGTV, Pick, Home Health, Horror Channel, Sony Movies, Sony Action, Movies 24, Discovery Turbo, Animal Planet, Eden, Discovery Science, or Discovery History. And your goal scorers were Mark Noble, Graham Stewart, who I always thought was Scottish. I'm absolutely convinced he was Scottish. He's called Stewart, and he has a Scottish face. But he's not. He's from Watford or something. Gareth Barry, ladies and gentlemen. All very well-known players. Matt Taylor, Leon Osman, David Unsworth, Darren Anderton, Dean Sturridge, David Dunn, Tim Sherwood, Craig Gardner, Dennis Wise, Ian Marshall, do you remember him? Ashley Ward, Adam Johnson, Nicky Butt, Malcolm Christie, the former shelf stacker, and Ian Taylor. And your tiebreak question, ladies and gentlemen, and because I meant to ask it in kilograms and didn't, this is a large number. It's 2,467,500. Your leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen, your leaderboard is as follows. In 8th place, ladies and gentlemen, Sam Valet. In 7th, last place with 35. In 6th, and an indicator that this was too hard, Amy and Dave with 37. In 5th, £5 down the Swanee with 41, ladies and gentlemen. In 4th place, the Swan Bitches with 45. Onto the podium, ladies and gentlemen, onto the podium, and crowded it is. In third place, with 51, no effing impeachment. In second place, with 55, universally challenged, which means tonight's winners, ladies and gentlemen, are the Chords with 59. Well done, a round of applause. Very, very, there's like 1 point between the top 4 going into the music round. So well done there. Thank you all for taking part. Your donations are appreciated. Those who haven't, please do so. Very much appreciated. Or don't if you don't wish to. That's fine. There'll be another quiz at the same time next week. It'll be lovely, 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 increasingly housebound and virus-weary pleasure to each and every one of your beautiful online presences, until which juncture. Night, y'all. And thank you for taking part.